Divine Ascension looking to ascend above and beyond in the second map of Ascent against Team Shiiiish, but they're already up 1-0 right now. Looking just as good as they have been every single map of this series, of this tournament, of this entire league. And they're looking to take this finals so clean, but Shiiiish, they want to prove that they're here to fight, right? They're here to play. They want the revenge against Divine Ascension for what happened to them in the playoffs and in their regular season as well. So we'll see what they can do coming into this map.
Yeah, definitely. We are going to be heading into Ascent, and now this is Team Shiish's map pick. They should be extremely strong on this map, especially with Andrew Shiiish on that jet, on that operator, where he got so many picks for his team in the last map. We are heading into Agent Select already, and it will be Team Shiiish again on the defense first. And again, no wait in terms of what they're trying to pick. Kevin Shiiish going to be on a standard Killjoy. Astra instead is going to be the smoker, and so far not looking for that double controller setup, rather going for that double initiator.
There are absolutely no surprises. Literally zero surprises here. The only one that might happen is Ad perhaps stealing the jet away from Teddy, but surely that's not going to happen. They're just talking things out. And I mean, we did get R's from both teams, but it looks like they want to have some final preparations to see what Team Shiiiish have up their sleeves. But I mean, it's not exactly a mirror comp right now. Bringing out some interesting stuff. Maybe Toucan rotating through a couple different agents, but I'm not sure. But who knows? The thing is, remember, these two teams have played a lot in our standard series, in our standard season, right? Our season play. So there's a lot of odds. There's a lot of odds of both these guys. Especially, I mean, we've streamed our finals, right? We've streamed our semis, we've streamed our quarters. So there's no lack of footage for these guys to go discuss over, for these guys to study about each other, because let's be honest, they're both guys are each other's biggest rivals right now. They're each other's biggest threats. And 2K, yes, he does. He locks it in. I thought it might happen, but here we go. We have a KO. We have a KO, okay?
I'm a little bit surprised from the KO pick. I think Sky is just too good to pass up. Even Asova is just kind of a must pick on their map, but they go for the kill, not the kill J, they go for the KO. Both start with a K, but it's an interesting pick. A lot of teams actually aren't playing KO right now because he's a kind of a clunky agent to use. All three of his abilities have a different travel speed, so it's kind of hard to have like an intuitive sense of where to send every single one of your abilities. So we'll see how much impact that KO has. Could be good against Kevin Shiiiish into that Killjoy. If you can just hit that Killjoy, you can get all of that utility down. Nothing can be done as your team just runs onto the site. With a double duelist setup for DA, you're definitely looking to have those scrappy fights with, what was it? Not Remill. Winchester just going alive as he did in that last map with those quick peeks and then dismiss out.
Let's quick up to that mid. He's not gonna get a fight straight up, I don't think. There's no one. I mean, surely doesn't. Genjin doesn't go all the way out into cat. He just wants to look towards tiles, goes for a smoke, and now it's up to Winchester to make something happen, take initiative, go up and walk all the way up that catwalk. While the rest of his team waits patiently upside that A main spot. Damage on both sides. Winchester wants to go back, but Andrew is the one to get taken out first on that A push. And up all the way top. But Jen doesn't make it all the way on top, so Replay does have some punishment there, but he gets sucked up. But he has at least a bit of a chance to get a kill, but Wives just shuts him straight down. It was a bit of a lull out there on the A site, but ends up all in favor of Divine Ascension at the end of the day. And Wives even trying to look for his fourth and misses some shots, but secures it, recovers at the end. 4K, a beautiful one from the Astra on DA.
Yeah, DA really just get the first pick onto Andrew Shiiiish, the person who peeks really aggressively on that team, and then flood onto the site. This guy lived for just a while, but in the end, the push through that catwalk smoke did not work out for them. They just got gunned down as pretty much every single person from DA were on the site, and it goes to a round advantage for DA. They're going to be able to buy up, and yeah, Winchester, he's going to sell that, just playing with us just a little bit. Some Spectres, a Bulldog. Teddy's going to stick with that Ghost. Maybe see an early operator come out, but a save from the side of Team Shiiiish as they're just looking to defend this A site yet again.
Bit of a wise Vortex there. Pulls him out in the open, but doesn't manage to take advantage of it. Just eliminates the dog. Even some information gained in mid. Teddy is going for some brazen fights with that Ghost. little upgrade for that one player on Team Divine Ascension, but everyone else with Spectre. So this round, I mean, should be clean. Emphasis on should. There is a right-click potential here. The Teddy could go down, but the angle is better for the attacker, and Teddy manages the kill. But there are 2 frags for Andrew. Maybe a smoke to save himself. Maybe a possibility of a third, and dashing straight through his Teddy. But more shorty shots trying to go out, but Winchester is the one to recover. And one more for Andrew. Actually gets 3 in the round, which is pretty valuable, if I might say so myself, with a shorty, no less. But it's still
that is
DA for 2.
extreme value right there, right? That is $150. That just ends up getting 3 kills. Each kill is actually $200 in your pocket as well. So that's $600 going into his own pocket. And even greater than that, that's 3 guns that, you know, DA don't get to bring into this next round. It actually allows for Andrew Shiiiiish to buy up this operator in this next round as well. Teddy has one in addition, so we can see that operator battle come out as both people looking towards each other, and Andrew Shiiiiish comes out on top. Teddy down, no res, no sages in this game to bring that player back.
Ooh, Wibes does recover, but Jinjen takes out another duelist for the side of Divine Ascension. So this round is already taking a turn for the worse massively. Andrew does miss a shot though, and this is the one where it really matters because he goes glass cannon into the round, and no armor means the rifle is going to have a bit more potency coming into this fight, and another shot missed. A bit uncharacteristic of both the Jets on this. I mean, both the squads, not even just Team Shiiiiish. Also, Teddy not looking the hottest of yet, and Jinjen, okay. You know what? He almost pulled a Sparky. Almost.
Hey,
but he
hey.
got there.
Hey, okay, all of us have had those types of whiffs before. Jen, no, he can't get away with nearly that much. Ad's gonna take him down 2 to 3. It's the round count. Astra Wall is available, but again, the Astra's only on half HP. 30 seconds left, and they're pretty much still stuck to where the spawn barriers were, right? They don't have a whole lot of map pressure towards this A site so far. The bot could get smoked off and make sure that no information is gained, but they'll probably just let them into sight here, right? Just allow them to plant. Once that sound cue goes through, flood onto the site, get the picks, and get that round win for themselves.
Yeah, there's the footsteps, and I think Ad's even trying to close the door, but the tag, oh, the spam goes through the smoke. It's actually not good enough, and Wibes takes up Kevin in the heaven position, so now a bit more doable, but that's the shot that Andrew doesn't miss, because that's the hard one to hit. Another one, maybe even more difficult, but 2 bullets on for Ad, needs to go for the reload, pistol out, and now it's the right-click potential, but Andrew has it in lock, and 1 round, at least the swing goes back towards Shiiiiish once more.
Yeah, definitely got a little bit dicey there, but worked out well. The buy-up is bought by Team Shiiiiish, or is won by Team Shiiiiish, and they'll be able to secure their econ for another round. Some good econ damage being done, though. As 3 players went down, and now it should be the buy from DA, but actually the money not looking a whole too good. A couple rifles in their hands, a bulldog in someone else's. Their buys still scattered. It looks like they're actually just going to half buy into this. They don't really want to try and invest when they won't have that full rifle armor.
Yeah, Jinjen with an area. They've actually got 2 Areses right now, looking down 2 lanes, and Flash going through, get some information. Doesn't know how many are here, but that's the important part, because there's almost every single player there, and I think the drone even misses, so they might believe that this A site is the take. Wibes, though, is out and getting a pick on a silver. Door being closed. Replay is standing in the center, right behind the switch, and Teddy doesn't expect that positioning, so he goes down immediately. Shots going through. Kevin trying to get one, jumping up into heaven, but Replay's the one to take out the teammate on the attack. Killjoy lockdown. They have to go for the push, right? Surely, you know, they're just going to go in and shoot this. It's down in that A main. There's nothing they can do except evacuate, and they have to leave. Kevin's not going to be detained up in the heaven position, and so be the Jet up here as well. And Replay finally pops the ulti. They want to go for this retake. So many players available for this retake right now, but they're not going fast enough, surely. But Winchester gets drive-by'd, and a second one up in heaven, though. It's both kills, stereo frags for Ad and Toucan, and another one down in the hell position. Andrew gets a quick scope off, but there should be absolutely no time, and he gets caught out missing the other shot again, and Ad even goes down. But the spike goes down with the ship, but still DA with another round.
was actually surprised that DA put that investment into the round that late with the Astro Wall, with the Killjoy lockdown as well. But the call was made and it was good. The crossfires were set up on the side itself with a couple people towards Hell, a couple people towards Main. The Molly's on the spike, so the early defuse couldn't come out. Toucan goes huge with the Spectre 2K and really secures them the round there. And that was a half buy from DA as well. Their economy looking pretty good going into this next round. 9-2 on Wibes. He's gonna stick with that Bulldog. The rest of rifles, and it's a half buy for the side of Shiiiiish. Andrew goes into the skies, gets shot down, crashes and burns, and now it's only replay on the site.
Wow. I mean, he took flight, but in fact, it's not him to take flight. I mean, he would have gotten picked up by take flight, if I'm pretty sure. That is unfortunate. That is a heck of a double updraft that you don't see every day, but even so, Teddy is the one to get shut down as well on the attack. Both the Jets not having too much success in this round. Winchester turns away from the tiles position. Gen is not expected the second one to re-peak. A 2 versus 3 commences at the end after all the shots go quiet in a lineup for Ad. But this could be a bit risky. Just throw it before the team gets back in position behind him. But do they hear? Do they have the information? It doesn't matter. Ab does now. Now he's just looking back, looking for the flank. Second player is heard in that garden, and a flash even ready from Toucan in hand as soon as the door breaks. Gengen's not going to check the close corner. Should be no chance. Kevin has a rifle, is likely going to choose to save. And the question remains, are they going to hunt him? Looks like no. Not going to get to him in time.
Oh,
Surely
Wibes.
not. Surely not.
Oh, he knows.
He knows.
He pinged it. Oh, and he gets the kill onto Kevin. I don't know. Maybe he heard something. I felt like he didn't see it. Maybe it was just a spectator. You know, the timings can be a little bit off, but in the end, they do end up cleaning up that final kill. Got a little dicey again. Only 3 people survived from that on the side of DA. I don't know if you saw it, but only 3 people survived on the side of DA. Their economy, though, looking pretty good. And now Team Shiiiiish, they have rifles in their hand. Andrew Shiiiiish, though, he got 3 kills with the shorty before on this A. He has a judge this time, so the multi-frag potential is still there. And so far, B site is completely untouched by DA. They have gone for this A site every single time. And so far, it's worked out so well for them.
He's pushing on through. Bit of a shot, and instantly the sky drops all the way back. Molly to clear as well. It's a lot of utility expended just to make sure they have this A main, and surely they don't leave. They leave an Astra there just to make sure no one retakes that positioning, and up through mid. Flash doesn't actually land on the Winchester, and there goes the Evil Eye. Second one going through as well, but it looks like the angle is checked by Teddy, but the shot is going to be missed. I can't believe I'm saying that so often. I'm calling Teddy's name and Andrew's name, and I'm like, the shot was missed. Never in my life have I ever said that before, but surely not. Winchester has this on lock, right? Andrew does with a judge, but Gen takes out Teddy in another one. Winchester is now here, trigger discipline, maybe having 3 in the dismiss to get out, has a chance for another gunfight, and he's got it! Teddy is the last one alive, took out the first player inside that A site. Now he has to come back and recover the entire round, but Winchester secures his quad kill and shuts down Andrew coming back from that A.
Yeah, Winchester's got to be proud of that one. That trigger discipline was insane there. Sees at least 2 members, and then again, the trade denial, right? Gets that dismiss off. The other player actually had to reload, so the trade couldn't even have gone through otherwise. And that allowed Winchester to get the better timing on the peak and really saves his team that round. They decided to go through mid. They don't go fast enough onto that B side. They pay dearly towards mid. So 1-5. Winchester going absolutely huge. But let's talk about Wibes too. 11-3, and he's been on this lurk every single time on an Astro, no less. So far, DA, they're looking crisp.
What? I was letting that play out. You said they were looking crisp, and all of a sudden Toucan sprays 25 bullets into the players pushing through B and still gets a kill. Still gets a frag. Kevin, another one. Teddy at the back of the site looking crisp with himself. Finally waking up. The knives landing the first bullet on that. Another right click far enough away, but Silver somehow still goes down to 1 click of the knives. Gen now is able to maybe catch him off. Ad has that other angle as well, but Andrew wins the fight. Teddy running riot up along the Heaven A position, and Andrew's only one shot left from any weapon on the server to take him out. Up above, all the knives expended, but Teddy lands the right click in the end of the day, and he wakes up 4 kills for him in the round.
Oh man, I talked about it, Anton. You said it yourself. I was like, DA, they're so crisp with it, but then Toucan just goes and does that. Man, I cast a curse. I'm sorry, Toucan. I'm sorry I did that to you, but either way, DA themselves, they go up to that 6 round count. It's really surprising that even on these saves or half by rounds, it still gets pretty close, right? It still gets to that 1 versus 2. A lot of econ being done to DA, but that econ damage isn't translating into anything. It's not translating into round wins. It's just still DA on top every single time. And now Winchester, finally gets punished.
That's a really good start. Andrew and Replay both waking up. There's immediately a trade, though. Ad takes up Jet on the defense, which is still good for DA. That's exactly what you need. Keep the morale down. But speaking of morale, Replay is not disencouraged. Pushes right out and removes Teddy from mid as well. That's a very quick 2 versus 4, this time in favor of Shiiiiish.
Yeah, 2 people left. This feels like a pretty familiar scenario. And Replay on this massive flank. Flashes his hand.
He's in spawn. Gets the info that the next guy is there. Wibes misses some shots, and he gets blinded a second time. And Replay! Oh, he's at 1 health. He's at 1 HP. One numero uno.
That was, you know, there's a lot of cloud fiestas in this game here, Anton, and that's usually a term that I don't use in Valorant too much. It's usually reserved for League of Legends, but I think it really kind of applies here with just the sheer amount of utility going out. That flash was perfect, actually, and still, it doesn't necessarily matter as the bullets don't land, but 2-6. Finally, Team Shiiiiish, with that aggression, finally punish the aggression from DA towards mid, but his default, there's 3 people in this corner here. They were just waiting for this push. Replay was successful once, and now they're going to punish it. They punish the push. B-side is now completely open, except for Andrew Shiiiiish.
I mean, they're going to flash him out, right? Smoke goes up, but straight through it. Andrew gets a shot off. Maybe a quick scope. Saw the gun, but he has to get out. No dash available because the knife was there to suppress him, but the shot is good enough. I wish we could have seen that from his perspective, but no way that we expect him to land that. After some of the ones he's been missing, the close range one was good for the Jet on the defense and trying to take some shots through the wall, through that paper thin, but it doesn't make a difference. And all of a sudden, the impenetrable one goes up. Bullets can't go through, but they have to be able to walk through because they can't retake without it. But the thing is, Ad is stuck inside this A main. He has to get pushed. He has to get taken out, but it doesn't matter. Finally, Gen removes him from the equation, but he's up against 2, and Toucan gets aggressive past their own Astro Wall and takes 7 for DA.
Yeah, interesting Astro Wall there. Both of them were used, but the actual noise cutoff was pretty big from those attackers. It allows for it to be kind of awkward to check all of those different angles, and yeah, that punish towards B main really set up the rest of the round there. 2-7. Ultimate advantage is in the hands of Team Shiiiiish. They have 4 on the board, all of them extremely impactful. But so far, they need to use them correctly in order to get those rounds on the board. They've already bled out 7. They can't bleed out anymore. Otherwise, when side switch, it's just going to be so hard for them.
Oh, distant. Andrew goes for the shot when he knows he can land it, and he does. Second flash in. Needs to try and go for a timing peek, and it doesn't happen. But straight through heaven, he tries to get out, and he does end up doing so. But detained is he. But at least he's safe for the time being. Very, very low on HP. Does have the glass cannon to work with, so maybe still doable. Knives out, and even another ultimate from Kevin. Oh, it's so close. It's so awkward right now, but they're going to stick this plant, and 2 people are going to get detained, surely, right? Defender lockdown now in place, and Replay gets a kill, but Winchester wants to go hunting for this, and Kevin looks to be asleep at the wheel, and they don't end up shooting it out in time. They have to know at least 1 there, right? And Gen does come in time to take out Winchester before he gets unshackled. Up in heaven, though. Operator against Op. Teddy needs to win this fight. Gets 1 shot up, but there's no time at this point. Replay is on that spike, lands the full defuse, 3 left alive for the defense of Shiiiiish, and they take the 3rd round in turn.
Now they take that 3rd round with so much investment as well. They used, I believe, every single ultimate they had in their arsenal, 4 out of 5, in order to win that. The lockdown to clear everyone from the site, the Hunter's Fury to break the enemy team's lockdown, the knives on Andrew Shiiiiish to try and get something, and the Seekers to clear out space. All of that was used. They don't have that going into these next 2 rounds. They probably won't get it up either with those, how long those cooldowns can be. And now this is DA's time to shine, right? They've done it so many different times. Andrew Shiiiiish, though, will take out Teddy. That's an early advantage for Team Shiiiiish. Where do they go from here, though?
Man, honestly, this is unfortunate. I think you can already tell that Teddy's getting a bit tilted. He just goes for that wide swing, goes for the peak, and loses it immediately. Winchester has to go and recover the weapon. But so far, there's another trade alongside the other side of the map. But these wives is there to recover. Winchester! Oh, that's another awkward moment. Gen gets caught out, and there is a back spotted. Andrew sees the shoulder of Winchester and wants to go all the way up. Knife out now could be a bit of a risk, but Winchester doesn't turn around until it's way too late. Right in the back, he gets stabbed. Now the turret gets shot. Wybz expecting one underneath, but the wall bangs not landing on the toucan, but the door is opened at the end of the day, and the shot missed again from the operator. Wybz needs to plan a bit more safely, and he does do so. No flash, but in fact the ultimate. Suppression from KO. There's no dash now for Andrew to work with. And in fact, Kevin gets caught out in the open. No chance for him. Op shot again, not gonna land. And the molly is gonna delay so much time for Andrew. There is still no dash for him at this point until just now. But he misses the shot and doesn't go for it. Wybz removes him in the round. Triple kill for the Astra. And again, DA take 1.
Last round.
Yeah, DA, again, it gets pretty close, right? It was getting towards that 2 versus 2. Toucan pops the ultimate towards the end and is able to work out. Winchester, I don't know how he was able to see her. I really thought that the Astra was actually going to win out on top of that gunfight, but either way, it goes in DA's favor. They're currently at 8. They're looking at 9 here, Anton. And the guns aren't looking the best on Team Shiiiish's sides. A couple of them have rifles, but Kevin Shiiiiish is on a Stinger. Gen is on a Judge. All of that is potential, but that's some close range guns. You got to get people to walk right into your face.
Oh, that was almost right into his face. Timing shot again for Teddy, but that one missed, unlike a couple others. Andrew even doesn't even have the op in his hands anymore, and not enough money. He's sticking with that Phantom on that A site, staying safe.
Killjoy is actually locked down all of Tree Room as well. So anybody walks into that, they're right into the oven. So many mollies basically clears anyone out. And if they try and even stay, they'll just be completely dead. A site on the menu so far. But again, they don't have a lot of information. I think they saw a drone and a dog, and that's pretty much it.
There's a lurk up through tiles. But oh, great headshots from Andrew peeking out. And maybe a second that's good crosshair placement, but a bit scared. Doesn't manage to go. Oh, I don't think Wybz realizes how close that was to a kill. Straight back. Andrew now spotted, but in return, the knives. Not landing. Teddy's not being patient right now with his blades, and even Toucan, though, with a great transfer from both Andrew to Kevin, gets both frags, and Winchester even is good enough with the recovery on the spray to take out Gen on the wide flank. Heals all the way back up in the heavens now, and a 2 versus 3. I mean, it looked very, very good for the side of DA, or for the side of Shiiiiish at the start, but DA just bring it all the way back. Second player expected still inside tree, but Replay wants to go for a flash, lands the transfer onto Winchester as well. Has a second bird to work with, no information off of that, but Toucan is very, very low in health, and he doesn't get completely cleared. Now all the way around, Replay is gonna get stabbed in the back once more. And what a regret from this guy. That's the last round of the first half as well. There's nothing being brought over. It's 3-9 going into their attack for Shiiiiish.
And that small misplay actually could have been huge if that corner was fully checked, right? Toucan was on 20 HP, 1 bullet to the body, would have charged the ultimate for the Sky Seekers, and that's the last person that you have the info on. You can just peek even if the near sight doesn't land, as the last person has to kill that Seeker before they get nearsighted, and the audio cues go away. 3-9 though, that probably won't make the difference. DA has been looking so good, as they're looking to take the rest of this round. They are now on the defense. They have Killjoy set up on A, where everyone towards Team Shiiiiish seems to be heading.
This has got to be it. I feel like this is the decider round right now. Winchester caught in the smoke, knows there's no Vortex there. He wants to get aggressive, and he's going to get 2 off of that positioning. That's insane. So much damage on Andrew as well. Kevin caught off in mid, but the shots are missing from the defensive Jet. Trying to push out, and Toucan's got another one. Winchester following up with a 3rd kill. He just locks down that A main, and locking down is honestly the name of the game right now for Divine Ascension on their namesake map. Even though Team Shiiiiish was the one to pick it, doesn't even look like they have anywhere close to the level of proficiency that DA have.
Yeah, what's funny is that this was Team Shiiiish's map pick, but it's actually going a lot worse for them than Icebox was. Icebox was so back and forth up until that around like that 9-9 scoreline. Here it's 3-10, and DA just 1 pistol. They'll be able to buy up. Team Shiiiiish not going to force into this. Just play towards round 11 and hope you don't make a single mistake after that. Winchester, he has the shorty. He's trying to replicate what Andrew Shiiiiish did to him.
It could definitely work. There was a smoke there, and the fact that he's getting aggressive, he's very, very confident. Speaking of confidence, Ad peeks out in a replay, and vice versa. Both players able to challenge, but only one of them has the better weapon. Winchester very, very close with the shorty, but he peeks out in the smoke. Maybe even ill-advised. The transfer is good enough on Andrew, not on the other 2 players, but Ad saves him with the utility. Wise is at very, very low health, but there's only pistols right now for both members of Team Shiiiiish. Should be able to do absolutely nothing. Not only that, but these 2 guys are, unfortunately, to be said, at the bottom of the scoreboard. Nothing recovered for Kevin, but hold on a second. 2 kills for Silver, very, very low HP. But Toucan coming back in has the Bulldog. It's not going to be aware until it's very much too late for Silver. Trying to retreat back into Dice, but Toucan has the good roll, and he ends up getting that defuse Snake Eyes now for Divine Ascension.
Yeah, but that's really what you want from Shiiiiish, right? They only invested a couple pistols into this round, and they take out 4. Toucan will only be able to save this Bulldog into the next round. That's a lot of econ damage being done. And I feel like Winchester, with this push into the smoke, maybe, you know, you're up 8 rounds. It's not the worst thing in the world. Like, you can just take these fights, and it's not going to really be the knife in your back, but definitely the catalyst for a lot of econ damage that round. Now, so you go into the next. Rifles bought up for Team Shiiiiish. Some rifles bought up for the side of DA. So they look to take this next round. Default so far. And Teddy, ooh, Teddy doesn't even need a gun. He's awake now. He just got a tap onto Andrew Shiiiiish, which is a little bit aggressively. That's exactly what you want to see.
Oh, that's good confidence from the side of the Jet on Team Shiiiiish. He gets 1, trades back, but Silver is able to recover. Another dink up through mid, but Wibes has the kill onto that player as well. It's a 2 versus 3 very, very quickly. 30 seconds elapsed, and half the server is already gone. Flash through mid, miss, but it's a fake, but Replay actually blinds himself off of that, unfortunately. Another one going out. There is a good one for that. Gets some information, but Wibes is not blind. Neither is the mid player. And it goes back in! That is a mental. That's a right click for sure. That is ADS burst into the face. Expecting a second one. Top of the bench, but doesn't actually land any bullets on his Silver. The Silva is technically able to recover too. 1 versus 2. Moves back towards his A.
A side is completely free right now. I don't think they can hear the sound cues just yet either. Maybe once he hits this running start onto the A. Yeah, they finally, I think, heard the sound cues. So they're going to head over towards this A site. The problem is, he has 20 seconds. He needs to check the entirety of site in and of itself. And Winchester is already here to beat him.
1 enemy remaining.
Oh, 1! Ah! Okay, doesn't manage to get across it in time. Almost. Maybe if he had like 10 more HP or something, but no, Ad is able to pick him off. And oh man, is this surely how it ends? That all is quick. Not really what expected, especially from Shiiiiish's map pick. But it's 12-3 right now for DA. All they need is 1 more, and it's honestly, Sparky, this is not. This one is not what I expected coming into this series with these 2 teams. These 2 top caliber in the entire Phantom series, and it's a 3-12 for Team Shiiiiish on their own map pick.
Definitely. So far, Team Sheesh seemed to be outclassed. They didn't put a lot of importance towards that mid. They kind of bit them in the butt. Now they're heading right there, but this time Teddy has an operator.
Oh, Wives is what? Oh no!
There they are.
You're just styling on him at this point. Silver gets a pink to the
One
smoke.
enemy
He
remaining.
had to get that kill. That's the freest frag that he's ever had in his life. Gen another up on top of Teddy, and he drops back, and Winchester just plays with
Defenders
their
win.
food. That is a mental 13-3 domination on the map of Ascent from Divine Ascension.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like Winchester and Teddy were just popping off. They go like 30 frags each or something. It just felt like the entire team of DA was just popping off. They were all having great games. They were all fragging out. And it was such a dominant, victory on this map and a 2-0. At this point, Anton, it has to be that reverse sweep from Team Sheesh. And with this last map being not even close whatsoever. They need to do a mental reset, make sure they're not tilted, and just get back into this next game.
That's a really ironic thing to say, I'm not gonna lie, because it was Teddy that looked like he was getting angry. It looked like he was getting frustrated in that map of Descent, but even still, it doesn't matter. The rest of the team pick up the slack. Teddy's at the bottom of the scoreboard, 11 and 12. He's almost even. He's the only player on the team that's negative, and it still shows that even when he's not picking up the slack, Wives and Winchester both this time, they're the ones at the top of the scoreboard. Why isn't Astra top fragging? I say this every single time I see an Astra at the top of the scoreboard. The guy is literally playing an RTS and an FPS at the same time. It doesn't make any sense, but that's the versatility of Divine Ascension. That is why they've been flawless every single series so far in this league, and it's insane. They're showing it not only in the playoffs, but in the grand finals, no less.
Yeah, and we're going to send it to a quick break before our map 3. Keep in mind that, again, Team Sheesh, it's only the reverse sweep from here. No mistakes, can't drop a single map. Otherwise, this entire best of 5 grand finals goes towards DA. After this quick break, map number 3 on the table. See you then.